What is going on, everybody? It's Stas here. Welcome back to yet again another video. So we're going to break down Palantir in this one, do a quick breakdown on the charts, my thoughts, how we're looking heading into this week, and of course, I want to go over what I'm looking to do with Palantir and some other stocks later in the video. So hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and don't forget to get up to 15 stocks for Moomoo with at least a $100 deposit. It's free money, guys. Use that link down below, the QR code right here, or simply go to stasurfast.com/Moomoo and get this, guys. Your uninvested cash right now will earn 8.1% APY. It's unbeatable. So again, use that link down below, get your money. And with that being said, cheers, let's get into it. So Palantir stock had a pretty good day on Friday, even though in the middle of the day, like I covered, I believe in my last update, the stock got hit. It went from around $25.50 to about $25, right? We saw that decent dump off in the middle of the day. We actually rallied after that into close, again inking out a green day, up 0.4%. Pretty good close after again getting hit aggressively in the middle of the day. And now we're at about $25.33. Well, I guess exactly $25.33 on Palantir. And in the aftermarket, it looks like we got up to about $25.50. So we went up even more after the bell, and it looks like it kind of found itself at around $25.38 as the aftermarket closed, I guess you can say, on Friday. And at this point, heading into this week, guys, I'm looking at a couple of key points. Number one, well, on the 5-day, we're noticing $25.50. That's a big spot of resistance. If I draw this out, you guys can see we failed there, of course, all day on Friday and all day on Thursday as well. Even though Thursday we had a great opening to the day. You guys can see we opened up at 24 bucks, ripped all the way to the mid 25s, and then we kind of tapered off into close. So we're noticing resistance in the mid 25s, but at the same time, of course, we're making higher lows. You guys see these higher lows being made here. Boom, one at $23. We hit another one at about $24, and here we are fighting to hold. Well, I guess we are holding this point as of Friday, right around 25 bucks. Now we have to wait for the push, the breakout through the mid 25s, which who knows, man, will we get it this week? Next week, time will tell. I mean, of course, we're heading into the summer months here, and especially this week, which is July 4th. We're not going to have the markets open. Obviously, there's going to be lower volume, less trading. So who knows if it happens this week or the week after that. But ultimately, I'm looking to see if PLTR can get out of the mid 25 range. 26 bucks, right? If we start breaking out of there, that would be ideal for the bulls. And on the 10-day chart, you guys can see we have a golden cross. We're above both moving averages. We closed above both of them on Friday, which is great. But this goes to show how important it is for us to break $25.50 and $26 per share. Let me actually set my alert at $25.50. I'll do one there, and I'll do another one at $26 per share. So two alerts set, 26 and 26.50, and we'll see if we start going towards the highs from the middle of June. About 10 days ago, we hit 26.60, and of course, if that point breaks, like I've mentioned before in these update videos, we could be going even higher towards that 27 high that we hit back in March, which you guys can see here on the 4-hour time frame, right? So one thing worth mentioning on this time frame, guys, then we'll hop back to the 20-day. I want to show you another thing. We're noticing a cup and handle. Do you guys see this? Cup, handle. Now we're trying to break out. And notice how 25.50, 26 bucks, that's also where we double topped here back in the end of March heading into April, right? So that makes it an even bigger spot of resistance to break out of. And this cup and handle looks pretty promising, guys. And going back to that 20-day chart, notice how we did have a head and shoulders. You guys probably remember I talked about this. We had a head and shoulders potentially in the making here, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. But now that we're breaking out of the neckline as of Thursday, right? We took out 24.50. We broke above 25 bucks. That essentially throws the Head and Shoulders out the window. It's now void, I guess you can say, and we're breaking out, which is very good overall for the bulls. So we're noticing the Head and Shoulders, we're getting a breakout. That's out the window, right? Head and Shoulders out the window. And we're noticing the cup and handle here, which looks pretty good as well. So I'm telling you guys, if PLTR, whether it's tomorrow, this week, next week, the week after, in general, if we're able to get out of this mid-high 27 range, or $20 range rather, this could be flying like no other. And of course, full disclosure, I'm long Palantir. I own shares, and I've been buying pretty much every single week over the last couple of weeks here, especially since the company dumped post earnings into the low 20s. That's where I really ramped up my buying. So what do you guys think about this one heading into this week? I'm super curious to see kind of where your head's at. And in terms of earnings this upcoming week, guys, we don't really have any. It's kind of a quiet week in terms of earnings, but we do have the banks kicking off the next earnings season, if you will, in a couple of weeks. Of course, as always, banks kick off earnings. So we have the big names, Morgan Stanley, they're set to report here. It looks like, let me see, on the 15th or 16th of July. Yeah, 16th of July in the morning. And by the way, Morgan Stanley's chart looks pretty good here. We're holding an uptrend. We're about to break above 98 bucks potentially, which then could set off a move towards $103 per share. Dare I say even higher. So Morgan Stanley earnings are coming up pretty soon. We also have JP Morgan, of course. You can't forget about JP Morgan. They're set to report on the 12th, so even earlier rather than Morgan Stanley. They're on the 12th in the morning rather, and I'm pretty sure this stock, it's approaching a big resistance here at about $205 per share, which if it's able to get out of there, man, this could be going even higher. We actually have an ascending triangle on JP Morgan right now. This looks pretty good for the bulls. Let me see. Goldman Sachs. Yeah, Goldman Sachs is also coming up here. Let's see here. What day are they set to report? They're on the 15th in the morning, and I just realized how much Goldman Sachs stock has gone up. Holy smokes. I haven't looked at these bank charts in a while, but it looks like year to date, Goldman Sachs stock is up massively. It looks like we started off the year at about, where was it, 378. And look at this massive move Goldman Sachs made from the end of October, early November to the beginning of the year. In just 2 months, Goldman Sachs ran up $100 per share, 30%, and it's continued that performance this year, which is just nutty. So these are a couple of the banks that I'm looking at, again, as they're set to kick off earnings in the next 2 weeks here. Then after that, you guessed it, we have big tech. We have companies like Apple set to report pretty soon here. Amazon is also set to report. I'm not sure what the date is, but I'm pretty sure end of July we're getting these companies. Google as well. Google is set to report on, let me see here, folks, on the 23rd of July. Microsoft is another big one that's set to report end of July. Let's see the date here. Yeah, last day of July. Wait, does July have 30 or 31 days? I forget. Either way, 30th of July, they're set to report. Amazon, which is one of my biggest holdings. I'm really excited about that one. I think I mentioned that one already, though. Meta is set to report this month as well, which has pretty much been flat over the last couple of months. They're on the 24th of July, so about 3 weeks away. We're getting Meta's numbers. So what do you guys think? I'm freaking excited, man. This week might be slow for Palantir, for the entire stock market, for that matter, but in the weeks to come, things are going to get interesting. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Smash the like button. Make sure to subscribe and get up to 15 stocks for Moomoo with at least a $100 deposit. Use that link down below, the QR code right here, or simply go to stocksurfast.com/Moomoo and get this. Your uninvested cash will earn 8.1% APY right now, which is unfreaking beatable, guys. So get on it. Again, use that link down below. I appreciate you guys as always, as that is an affiliate link and it helps out the channel. And with that being said, guys, cheers. I'll see you in the next video.